Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakradash. I'm from the Prophets in Babylon out of the Waco, Texas camp, affiliated with the branch of Prophets in Babylon, Tampa Bay, Florida. I'm your brother Atiat. I'd like to give a special double honors to the elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. May the blessing of election be upon your household, on you sincere brothers and few sisters out there. And the topic that I wanted to go into was a reading out of Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1 through 4. And Lord willing, I hope and pray that this will be an edifying lesson. And this is basically going into the current um, times that we're living in now, you know. So without further ado, I'm gonna go into it, starting here in Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Yeah. So now is the time to, you know, remember the creator in the days of our youth, which means right now is the time that we acknowledge Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Now is the time to learn as much as we can, because like it says in Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And those times are fastly approaching. You know, we can see through the spirit, even your average Jake out here can tell that there's change out here. So how much more with the man of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is using to push the word, you know? So now is the time to acknowledge Yahweh, which Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, which means He is or He exists. And you have Yahweh Shai, His son, whose name is Yahweh Shai, who Christians ignorantly call Jesus, but his name is Yahweh Shai, you know? And so now is the time to acknowledge Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and do the works of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai that they require from us, and hoping that we get that mercy, so when that time of trouble comes, which is fastly approaching, the Lord will, protect us, you know. We need that spiritual guidance, you know, upon us to be able to maneuver. Because once everything gets so increasingly wicked out here, and you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai upon you, you know, as they say, your goose is cooked, you know. So now's the time to pursue Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai and hope that through that mercy that we receive that blessing of protection, you know. Verse 2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Yeah, so it's talking about that time of Jacob's trouble, you know. Um, Now, while the sun is light, or the moon and the stars are not darkened, that we seek Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. There's a scripture, I believe it's Ecclesiastes. I got Ecclesiastes on my mind. Isaiah chapter 55, where it tells you, seek ye now Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai while he may be found. So now is the time while it's light out here, because, in other words, the we're in the time of grace. We're in the time of grace right now. But once, as the scriptures describe, once everything gets dark, that won't be that time. You won't have that time to be seeking because the Lord has already shut that grace period off, you know. And those who seeked Him while it was in the light, you know, the Lord is going to deal with, you know. And that's of those who are of the elect, you know. The Lord willing, we're of that ilk. So now is the time to seek Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Now there are some that will come in, you know, in the last hour. The Bible speaks of that. But you know, now is the time to seek him while he may be found. Verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, that's Esau, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. Yeah, a lot of these businesses, you know, work is going to be, you know, slowed down, greatly slowed down here in um, Babylon, because there are few, and those that look out of the windows will be darkened. Yeah, that's that time of Jacob's trouble. You know, all this is going to be, you know, once these all these places close and shut down, and we're seeing it through the spirit over the last 20, 25 years. A lot of these places, the big name places, have been shutting down. You remember, I remember growing up. I'm a '70s baby, so as they say, and growing up, uh, J.C. Penney's, Sears, like another place I can think of right now. Kmart. Oh my goodness, Kmart. Place called Woolco. You know, I used to go there too. But yeah, Kmart, J.C. Penney's, Sears. Those were big names back in the day. You know, back in the '70s, Woolco, '70s and '80s, the '90s. I believe they shut down here where I stayed. They shut Kmart down, and then they opened one back up back in the late '90s, and then they shut it back down again in somewhere in the mid to late 2000s. So you know these places have shut down, man. Pennies it shut down a little after Sears did. Now it might be a Sears somewhere in your city, you know, but it used to be when I was coming up. There used to be a Sears in any big city. There was always a Sears and a J.C. Penney's and a Kmart. But a lot of these places are fastly been shut down over the last 25 years, man. You know, and so you know you have some places that are you know that are still open, but for the most part, a lot of these big places that we used to go to growing up or what have you, they're starting to shut down. Um, Verse 4. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sounds of the grinding is low. That means that the work is going to be slowed down. The Lord is causing all that to go down, you know. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Yeah. Um, Circuit City, that was another big place that was closed. Now you still got I can't think of the name of it. Maybe it'll come to me, but yeah, Circuit City, that's closed. Matter of fact, there's another place that I used to like to go to, Big Lots. Matter of fact, I went there the other day. They usually have some pretty reasonable stuff and have a little of everything there. And so they're shutting down over the next couple of days. they'll be shutting down. And I went in there and they moved everything up to the front, you know. So a lot of these places have shut down, man. Circuit cities used to be real popular back in the '90s on into like late 2000s, and it shut down where I live, and it maybe shut down in all places now. I don't know. And you got Best Buy. Best Buy is still open, but a lot of the stuff that you get at Best Buy here, you can order all that on Amazon. You know, because internet has taken over so much that a lot of these places they're really not making the money that they used to. And then as far as the music, come on, let's keep it real, man. This music over the last 25 years has basically been garbage. You like Elder Apostle Gabar said, the best music was made back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s and 80s. And I'll even say, I'm a little bit younger, so I'll say I'll throw in the '90s because there was some good music in the '90s as well. It was, but after that, you might have had here and there, maybe a little something here and there in the 2000s, but it's been trash over the last 25 years. So the music has really been brought to a low, you know. And this is the showing you that we're living in those times of the end, you know, and that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is fastly bringing forth. Because if you think about it, man, you only have so much time to do anything. You can tell through the spirit that everything has been speeding up. You go to work, brothers may work 8 hour shifts, maybe 12 hour shifts, and you got only so much time to do whatever you got to do, and then you want to go home, get you something to eat, bathe, take a shower, take in take in those take in some videos, you know what I'm saying, so you can be stayed up in the loop, you know, possibly make videos, and before you know it, you gotta go back, go to bed so you can start all over again. So the Lord is speeding up the time, and so now's the time to come back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, while you can. Seek him while he may be found. Uh, Spoken in Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 10. Let me get that right quick because it's really important, man. Because once everything hits, you know that's who we're gonna need. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Salakia, I said 10. I meant 55 and 6. Isaiah 55 and verse 6. Seek ye the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. And he's near right now. Because once Jacob's trouble hits, you won't have that time, and those that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is dealing with, those are the ones that is seeking him early. So we're in that grace period. So this is the time to be seeking him, not when everything goes completely haywire. So, Lord willing, I hope and pray that this was an edifying lesson to you, brothers and you sisters out here. And once again, I like to give all praises and honor and glory that's definitely due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakak Radash, for giving us this truth and knowledge. I'd like to give special double honors to the elders and apostles on down at Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. Until the next time, Lord willing, I hope and pray that this is an edifying lesson.